Welcome to the Mindset Mile podcast, the show that'll leave you empowered to take action towards becoming the turned up version of your already awesome self. I'm your host, Aisha Zaza, and I'm so glad you're here. Let's go. Hello, friend. Welcome back to another episode of the Mindset Mile podcast. I hope that you've been staying healthy and well. If you're someone who has been sick this month or are trying to get back into the swing of things after being sick after the start of the new year, I just want to take a moment to recognize you and remind you that you are doing just fine. You should not feel bad or behind on anything. It can be really discouraging if the year doesn't start out the way that you planned because you weren't feeling well. And sometimes even after we may not even have symptoms of being sick anymore, it could feel like it takes a while for your body and your mind to just get back up to speed. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to remind you that you are not far behind. You don't need to throw your goals to the wayside because you were just, set back temporarily. Just start from wherever you are and be completely okay with that. Okay, so today we're going to talk about getting unstuck. We've all been there. That feeling of lackluster blah, where somehow you just don't have the same drive, the same passion, the same gusto for things that you did maybe not even that long ago. I'm a big believer that the things we say and the things that we tell ourselves have so much power over how we operate. And so first and foremost, I've become very careful with what I tell myself in these situations. And the first thing I want to encourage you to do is to just stop saying you're stuck. I've done this and I did this for years about many things, but a crystal clear example in my own life is about running. And I know I reference this a lot, but it's just such a perfect example. Whenever I'd get on the conversation about running with anyone, I'd always say, "Oh, I'm just not a runner." And it seems harmless, right? Like these things that we say are just conversation pieces or things that we know others can relate to, but they aren't harmless. What they are limiting beliefs we keep reiterating out loud for the sake of giving something an identity. And without even realizing it, you're actually brainwashing yourself into believing that whatever it is true. And so I put myself in this quote unquote, I'm not a runner box for years. And even though, I wasn't running like I do now, I convinced myself that because running never got easier for me or it never felt more comfortable, even though all I ever gave it was a sporadic and half-hearted attempt, that I just wasn't a runner. I thought being a runner meant that running would just come easily to you. Like those people who look so graceful and can carry on forever, seemingly without effort. Those people were runners. But me, clunky, slow, uncomfortable me, no, those signs meant I wasn't a runner, right? But I was just repeating this in my head over and over and over again and out loud just when I was talking to someone about running. So the same thing goes when we keep convincing ourselves that we are stuck in whatever creative slump or with your workouts or with just life in general. The reality is you are not actually stuck. You're giving your thoughts about the situation an identity by calling yourself stuck. Hey, really quick. As an avid runner, I'm always looking for running gear that meets the functional and stylish mark, which is why I don't wear any other running glasses besides Gooder. Gooder frames are so lightweight but snug. They never bounce or slip when I'm on a run, a hike, or just out and about running errands. I've been loving the Mach G Aviators and OG styles as of late, but at $25 a pop, I keep a pair in my car, in my purse, and on the console table with my keys, so I'm never without some good eye protection. All Gooder Sunnies are 100% UV protective and polarized. They're seriously the best, and you need a pair. Use code MindsetMile to get 15% off your order. And when you order 2 or anything over $50, you'll also get free shipping. Check them out at gooder.com. That's GOODR.com and get 15% off when you use code MindsetMile. So what can we actually do to change how we feel? You may need to revisit your why. Why you do something is going to be a major driving force behind your actions. I think in general, we have a decent understanding as to why we do things. Like, okay, I work so I can make a living. I exercise so I can manage my weight. I do this side business because it's my passion. But when was the last time you broke those things down to really understand what they mean to you on a day-to-day basis? Okay, so you work at a job to make a paycheck. What does that allow you to do that you otherwise wouldn't be able to do without it? Get really specific. Maybe because of it, you're able to buy your whole family organic food or better food, or maybe you're able to live in a certain area that you love or that's close to family, or you love being able to buy things to design your house exactly how you want, or because you're able to pay for your kids' sports or private school. If you couldn't do those things, what is the alternative to them? Are you okay with the alternative? If the answer is no, then taking a micro inventory about what you're able to do because of your job or your side business, that all of a sudden is going to re-motivate you. It's really easy to start taking what we do for granted when we forget what it provides us, especially on the day-to-day. Sometimes we just need the simple reminder that there used to be a day we wished and prayed for what we have now. So revisit your why and get very specific about it. Next is to switch up your environment and physically change your demeanor. When we're feeling in the pits, our body tends to make that very clear. We slouch, we look down, and we just move around pretty ho-hum. There was a Harvard professor that did a study showing scientific proof that your posture affects your levels of testosterone, and that just by standing with your hands on your hips and your shoulders back, like in a power stance for just 2 minutes, just doing that alone will increase testosterone by 20%, and your stress hormones will drop. Obviously, only standing like Superman is not going to change your life in 180 degrees, but when you bring your mind back to the awareness of your body, breath, and thoughts, you absolutely have the capacity to change your mood, which changes the trajectory of how you do everything in the rest of your day. Start moving around like a person who is thriving, even if it feels ridiculous at first. But if you can get yourself to do just 1 or 2 things that you need to get done, you're much more likely to get more accomplished. Another thing that can help you feel unstuck is by rearranging some stuff either in your house or in your office. I know this probably sounds a little ridiculous, but being in new places and new spaces is energizing. Why do you think we love the feeling of traveling or exploring new places? It breaks up the monotony of what you're used to doing. I always feel super inspired and rejuvenated after a little break. I mean, even if it's within my own town, right? Or wherever I live, it's just nice to experience something new and to switch up the visual real estate. So switching up some furniture or the space you work in can have the same effect. Take a minute, take a day, whatever you need, clean it up, get the organizational storage you've been meaning to get forever, move your desk, add some plants, get a new chair. You don't need to spend a bunch of money, but do what you can do to switch it up. It will feel so refreshing. All right, guys, that is what I've got for you today. Let me know which one of these you apply in your life that helps you get unstuck. And be sure to tag me in a post or story on Instagram at Aisha Zaza. I can't wait to see how this serves you. I appreciate you so much, and I'm so glad you're here. I'll see you again next week. And until then, make it a great day.